At least once a day, on average, somewhere in Canada's largest city, a gunshot rings out. But some echo louder than others. And in Toronto, in the wake of yesterday's shooting of 2 children shot in broad daylight, there is now shock and outrage. Toronto's summer of 2005 became known as the Summer of the Gun.
As I've witnessed some of the violence perpetuated by these individuals over the course of this summer, I'm finding myself less and less surprised at the levels to which they will descend.
By the end of the year, nearly 360 people were shot, the last a teenage girl, killed in Toronto's main shopping drag on Boxing Day.
Whatever we sow, we shall so reap. This is just the beginning of the sorrow.
Gun violence was suddenly an issue, even in the federal election.
We should live without fear in our cities.
Millions of dollars were poured into a gun crime strategy.
The single greatest expansion.
So people who live near the park where those little girls were shot yesterday tried to go about their normal lives today. But as Salima Shivji tells us, residents are simply stunned, and it shows.
A playground that would normally be full of kids today sits eerily empty as a neighborhood tries to cope with what happened here.
Bam, 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 like 8 in a row. I thought it was something like a firecracker or something.
But it was bullets ripping through the tiny park, hitting the 2 young girls. Friends and neighbors rushed to help, including this nurse.
They were using napkins to stop the bleeding.
The shooting left its mark, a path of bullet holes through this fence towards the park, 10 in total. A painful reminder to the community that this happened here in broad daylight. Judy Robinson says shock doesn't even begin to describe what she's feeling.
You see a lot of kids in the playground and you think of doing something like that. You know, why would you think of, firing guns when you clearly can see that there are a lot of kids there?
She says she's angry and that the shooters are cowards, an idea echoed across these streets.
It makes you wonder what our society is. This is nobody has honor. They're children. They're beautiful little girls, very loving, very happy. They just want to be kids. They just want to play like any other child.
She's helping take care of the family's other children. And at the girls' school, more offers of support.
I went over yesterday to Sick Kids Hospital to be with the family and to show that our school is behind them 100%.
Toronto's mayor walked around the neighborhood today with a reassuring message.
They were your friends? Yeah, well, they're getting better too. That's the good news. Yeah. I hope you're feeling okay to do. The police are here to keep you safe, and we're going to get to the bottom of this, okay?
Still, as the 2 girls recover in hospital, many here say the trauma will linger in a neighborhood that hasn't seen anything like this before. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Toronto.